Hello my friends, thanks for joining me. Perilous 3D here, coming at you with another indie game showcase. Today we're taking a look at Death Road to Canada. Death Road to Canada was developed by Rocket Cat Games and Mad Garden, published by Rocket Cat Games, and it was released in 2016. Death Road to Canada is a zombie survival action game with pixel graphics, and it's available on PC and mobile. Alright, now that we know a little bit about the game, let's jump right in and take a look at the first 20 minutes or so of gameplay, and then come back at you with our thoughts. Enjoy the showcase! Okay, welcome back. So that will just about do it for today, but before I go, here are my thoughts and first impressions about the game. First, here's what I liked about the game. Number one, I absolutely love the retro SNES style RPG look to this game. I know these types of pixelated retro games are all the rage these days, but Death Road to Canada really found a way to make it both fun and unique. At the same time, it brought back a lot of old memories of playing various Final Fantasy titles, Dragon Quests, and Earthbound, amongst many more. That said, it still had a certain novelty to it that just makes you want to keep playing, which leads me to number two. It's highly addictive, and I mean really addictive. Once you start experimenting with weapons and your favorite combination, you can't get enough of that zombie skull smashing and the inevitable trampling of zombie guts that follows. If you can't spend at least an hour or two playing this game, don't even bother. It's better to wait until you have a good sitting and experience all that the game has to offer. My 20-minute trial here just left me jonesing for more. Number three, the RPG gameplay is actually very fluid and engaging. The tutorial is simple yet effective. The character development, while slim at first, it builds as you go. There seems to be a multiplayer option here, which I haven't quite figured out yet. There's definitely more to meets the eye with this game, and the story and plotline seems well developed. I still haven't put in a whole lot of hours, but I know that when I do, it's sure to be rewarding and eventful. As a sort of 3.5 pro here, just because it's Canadian, so in a way I'm partially obligated to try and find as much good in it as possible. That's not to say it's without fault, but patriotism aside, there's a lot to love about this game, not just for Canadians, but for people of all nationalities.
So why don't you give her a try?
And finally, here's what I didn't like about the game. There's actually not a lot. Number one, you have to keep your expectations in check with this game. It's a low-budget, pixelated RPG, and as creative as they got with it, that's all it is. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but if you're expecting to get blown away by fancy graphics and 200 hours of replay value, this probably isn't your game. Number two, the controls are a bit awkward. This becomes apparent when you try to do diagonal attacks. As you may have seen in the demo, I was sometimes having a hard time hitting enemies that were between directions. While playing, I was wishing for a controller or at least the number pad so I could use corner attacks. This may be entirely possible, but I wasn't able to figure out how to easily pull that off. But keep in mind, I didn't try very hard or look at the controls extensively. There's most likely a way to do one of those two options, if not both. Number 3, the menu navigation is a little tricky at first. Maybe it's just me. I was having a little hard time finding the screen, be it the inventory screen or whatnot. The UI could stand a little love, but it's not really that bad. Totally playable. This is probably just a matter of me getting comfortable with the game, which is obviously not something you can do in 20 minutes. For the modest cost of this game, it's definitely worth checking out. Overall, this was a fun little game, and I give it 7.5 Vs out of 10. If you think this is the type of game you would enjoy, be sure to support the creators and acquire the game legally so the developers can keep making great games. And if you like this video, please drop a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, my friends, and best of luck in all your adventures. Until next time, I'm Perilous3D signing out.